Okay, I'm going to go and try and set my trap. I'm on Crown land at the moment, on the edge of the bush, next to a crop, which I'll show you in a sec. That there is, I think it's canola. I can't see any bees on it anywhere, so hopefully I'm not going to be upsetting anybody by putting them there. I mean, any of the commercial fellas. So I'm going to use some of the tree line or one of the trees over there next to the crop to set the bee trap up. And yeah, come back in a couple of days and check and see if there's anything moved in. So, there you go. I figured it wouldn't hurt to put my name and beekeeper rego number on the bucket in case anyone comes past and has a look and goes, oh, what's that? And they realise it belongs to somebody. So, there, before I hang it. Found a good spot, right on the edge of a tree line, on the edge of the crop, on the crown land side. It's a dead tree. There's a number of dead trees. I was actually hoping to find a hive along here somewhere, but I didn't. So I'm going to set this up here. That's the west, where the heat, the sun, most of the sun hits we get. So I'm putting it on the eastern side so it gets sheltered from the main sun. And we get the morning sun. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, start off with. Oh, and I'm going to tie it on instead of screwing it on. Not that it makes any difference on this tree because it's already dead, but I didn't know I was going to find a dead tree. So if I tie me hives on instead of screwing them on, if it's a live tree, I don't do any damage to the tree. Right. Now I've been told, I've seen video where it says put them 15 foot off the ground, 9 foot off the ground, 5 foot off the ground. There's so many conflicting heights that these are supposed to go off the ground, that, and other people say they've caught them on the ground, off the ground, up in the air, down low. So I'm going to go whatever that is. It's above the ground. You know, I could go off that branch up there actually, but let's see. Oh, this will do. Once I've got this tied on here, I'll put a string around it as well so that it doesn't shake around. I wonder if I can get it that way. No, it won't be long enough. So. I've got no idea how effective this is going to be, or even if there's any bees anywhere near here. There should be bees on the crop, whether they're moving up and down along the fence line, like I hope they are, I don't know. But I'll wait and find out. As I said, this is my first attempt, and I'm a beginner. I'm learning as I go. Hopefully, you guys can learn a bit too. If I do a knot there, like a loop knot, I can then feed that through there. Put that up there. Now that's not going to blow around any. That's okay, puppy. Come here, Pixie. This is me dog. you'll get to see a bit of her. She's always with me. She's a sweetheart, aren't you, girl? You're going to be famous? Hope so. Then if you ever have puppies again, maybe some of the people that want to want one. Right, get that back up there. Yeah. There, that'll tie it up, stop it from slipping down. I thought I could hear a bee, it's not, it's a mosquito. Anyway, one bee trap. Get rid of that off the fence so that I can... One bee trap, set up, complete with honeycomb in the, foundation in the lid, honey wax, well, beeswax painted inside, on the edge of a fence line, looking out across a field of flowers. Hopefully I'll catch a hive. I'll come back and check it in a couple of days and see how we go. Fingers crossed, eh? But now, seeing as though this is gold country and I have a detector, I'm going to go detecting. Yeah. Well, I'm parked over there. There's a bunch of old mines. Oh, yeah, diggings. They're not actually mines as such, but they're diggings. And I'll get to it and I'll show you. You'd think there'd be a hive here somewhere. Anyway, I hadn't thought to check, but I'm lucky. Yes, there is water nearby. Right next to it is an old creek line. And there's water hole, little like puddles and things right through here where, yeah, after winter the soak is still working, so there's water nearby. Someone may have had a scratch there. Yeah, but coming up to here, this was probably mined as well. All of this back in the day, because there was quite a bit of gold got pulled out of over here, and it just looks like it's been mined. Like they've taken all this out, all this gravel. And if you come up here, I do that a lot, whistle. Yeah, if you come up here, as I get up a bit further, hobble hobble, puff, went, pant, wheeze. We come over here and you can see the old timer diggings. And there's an interesting thing about this is in the gold fields, round digging holes were made by Chinese. The Chinese, they were dug by the Chinese. The square digging holes were dug by Europeans. And the difference is the Chinese dug the round hole because spirits can't, there's no corners for the spirits to hide in. So this is a combination of both European and Chinese diggings. This little field, but all the way along here, up there, over the back of that hill, right through here, there's diggings everywhere. Just for a touch of interest, extra note, to hopefully make my videos a little bit more interesting. Anyway, in the car and go and find somewhere to have a detect for an hour before dark. Have a good one, guys. Something of interest on my way out from setting up the bee box, or the bee trap, is I just found an old kerosene fridge. I think it's kerosene. It looks like Kero. The interesting thing about this one, I think, I'm going to have a look a bit closer to find out for sure. Oh no, it hasn't. I thought it still had the heater in it, but it doesn't. It's got the heat exchange. But the things you find in the bush. Somebody's dumped it out here. I can't see any usable parts on it, otherwise I'd come and do some salvage work. Oh, hang on. There it is. Ah, what a pity. It's fully rusted out. That there was the heat exchange for it, for the kerosene fridge. It went underneath. It had a flame coming out of there, which went up a little chimney thing over there, and that, strangely enough, converted the heat, or the heat converted the gas in the back of that condenser into chilling, with cooled the freezer. But that there is back of it, and that there I can see a use for at some point. So I'm going to salvage that. Not sure what, it's just a good cool bit of steel. The old door, maybe, but I know where it is. I'll get that another day if I decide I need it. So, yeah, anyway, sunset through the trees. I'll throw this in the back. I've got another one of these at home, but it's not in as good condition as this one. Anyway, me out until I come back in. Cheers.